So you're saying that my grandpa could have encountered your grandpa somewhere in the South Pacific?
I'm Vietnamese.
Oh, shit. Get out of here. Hey, gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. I am your host, Aaron. Today we're going over a fun little video. I'm in the Pacific Northwest. You can't tell by the beautiful greenery, and we're doing something a little bit fun. I have a friend with me that I love very near, and he's an excellent person. Micah, get over here.
I didn't know if I was supposed to come in.
Yeah, come on. Oh.
I just dropped your glasses. Are these expensive?
We were. What do you have not done right now?
Just to generate angry comments. I mean, how do I look?
Oh, dude.
Wait,
So we're doing something that's become a staple of the channel. We're going over your guns, but they're going to be my favorite of the top 5.
All right. I mean, I already knew this. We picked it out in my garage together, but
It's what we call a bit of movie magic. The Pacific Northwest is both beautiful, but kind of homeless, which fits perfect with this video sponsor, Americana Pipe Dream Apparel. Not only can you look freaking sick in some Milsurp gear, but you can also withstand the homeless conditions that is the outside environment, because they have the stuff to sustain you, to keep you sharp. And not only could you just survive being homeless, but you could thrive being homeless. You could mow on the other hobos with your sick night vision, your sick field manuals, your Milsurp gear. It's up. Gentlemen, they're one of my favorite sponsors to ever grace this channel. They're fantastic young Zoomers. I said, wow, what great Zoomers they are. Some of the best Zoomers, some of the best. I love those Zoomers. No one knows the Zoomers better than I do. And they are awesome young gentlemen. So go click the link in the description down below. Check them out. I can't keep my footing. What's going on, dude? Also, ammo sponsor AAC. Thanks, AAC. I love you. What gun should we start with? Go grab the gun we should start with.
no channel has seen before. This is the Zenith. I don't know if you call it MP5, but MP5.
Okay, so I've done plenty of MP5 content on both my channels before. And when I saw yours, I thought, you know what? It's different enough. It's unique to you.
I love it.
You have some spur furniture on here, and you got the B&T stock, it looks like. It's a pretty good setup. It's a very tried and true. You don't have the cool setup with the built-in light.
The people of this channel who know me in general know I like to do things a little different, whether or not it is functional. However, with this build, I feel like I did something a little functional.
Right.
Now, I've been told you want a light to be accessible, but not too accessible to where you don't negligently discharge it.
Yeah.
How do you feel about my light location? There's not a lot of options with MP5 light location, so just take that in mind.
Yeah, I would have put it on the other side, if I'm being honest. I think with my hand placement, I know that I would be on the right side over here. Yeah, it's a good thing. It's hard that you don't do light.
Yeah, but it is a little
going to try and get my hand all the way to reach around.
Okay, I think you're being a little dramatic.
It works out.
I think he's being a little dramatic. Let me see this. Ready?
You don't have to do that. You just go like this. Maybe our hands are different. All right, well, I say we shoot her.
Let's do it.
Hey, where are the targets at?
Oh, I thought you knew.
Knew what?
We shoot trash out here. We don't shoot targets.
You tell me you only shoot trash? You don't actually shoot targets?
I guarantee you we can find some trash.
I think I see some trash.
I'm out. Toss me another clip.
Ah.
That felt a bit much. that felt like a lot.
I don't think I've ever said something like that. It felt a tad bit goofy.
You come here and you just feel like you had to do it. Yeah. Look at that. That's a really good trash pile. You could train on that. Like you could get it like.
Oh, this one right here?
No, right here on the right. There's a good one right there.
Got it.
See, you like that feedback? How you know you hit the bottle because it like leaped up in the air? I don't know why she's jamming a lot.
It's a comfy setup, I'll give you that. Gun handle's pretty nice.
I don't know what's up with the jams, but I'm glad you liked it.
I appreciate it. We gotta go to the next gun though. All right, next we have a Palmetto State Armory AK74. This has been on the Grantham channel and then now on the Micah Mayfield channel before. It has some cool Zenith furniture that we'll go over after we do some drills with it. I say we do a build drill.
Build drill, let's do it.
Yeah,
I actually haven't shot
drill.
this gun in a long time, so I'm excited to revisit it.
We're gonna do less talking, more shooting real quick, and then we'll talk about it after we're done shooting.
All right, I gotta say, like, you can't lie, that's a pretty controllable gun.
Very controllable firearm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, up to you. Bottom. Okay, so you got a little bit outside the 8.
Yep.
was a 1:29. What was my time? Do you know? Did you check?
No.
All right, we edit this later.
Wait. I never looked. It doesn't matter because that's a Charlie, so whatever time I did have, it was penalized.
Let's go headshot round 2.
Okay, let's do Mozambique. 2 chests, 1 head. It'll be the deciding factor. Hide over board in 3, 2, 1. Oh, he nailed it!
What time?
1-3-0. And let's just real quick, let's talk about the AK hide over bore.
Yeah.
You are at this range aiming where you were probably off.
I put the dash. I always put the dash whenever I'm doing hide over bore like that. AR, AK. Bottom of the EOTech reticle, I have to put that bottom hash mark. Pretty much just on what I'm aiming at.
Yeah. A little too high on that one.
I mean, it's still a headshot if that's the hitbox.
But
you just
at
missed
the
that
end
credit
of the
card.
day, I think by default, I mean, you technically won.
So, Micah, tell me about this gun, man. Just take it away.
You know, by around almost 20,000 rounds on this gun, Mike was like, you know, you can have this. after it's already lived
thanks, man.
its full life. Now, that being said, I've put like probably 2,000 more on it, and this PSA AK has lived on. It did get rebarreled, but other than that, man, it is basically a stock PSA AK74 minus some externals.
From PSA.
From PSA.
Now, this is important to mention. So, there is a very fine-tuned, detail-orientated crowd of the AK guys. It's like how we talk about guns, like setup, reliability, functionality. They're going into like, all right, so on this model, the rivet was over here, and the dimple was actually this, and it was like, so they go into crazy detail, way above what I'm capable of understanding, so I give them props for that. They're still bad at talking to girls, but it's the nature of the beast, right? Now, you're also talking about
I believe it's called the leader rail. This specific one was either a pre-production or one of the first ones to basically be imported.
Yeah.
This was back when Zenith still could be imported, and they did supply some Zenith parts for some videos. I believe there aren't that many of these versus like the sport rails, the B10s. Not a lot of these specific rails got imported. You notice there's a nice cutout down here, so that way your D-ball, pec, whatever, your pursed it's probably designed for a pursed, sits extremely low. So
I think this rail system is very cool, and I want to see more of these. I wish I had something like this. I don't, like you were saying, like it is rare, and if that is the case, it's a bummer. But this rail system makes pretty much any full-length size AK much more modular and way cooler, in my opinion. Well, it's a really cool, it's a very simple gun.
yeah, it's functional.
It's functional, it works, it has a cool setup, it has the rarity of rail over here, then it has the round count history, and then the history of just the Grantham orientation test.
Correct.
Or,
It's
know,
just
so
a pretty.
as far as gun culture goes, it's been
It's
steeped
a
a little
piece.
bit.
It's a piece. Yeah.
It's a piece. All right, next gun. React to contact. All right, probably one of the most ridiculous guns I've ever seen in the history of guns is Mr. Mayfield's customized, maxed out attachment, Cursed Mosin.
Prestige 10.
Prestige 10. Now,
So there's a couple things I noticed you just noticed, like the lack of the. You can't use the light because there is no button.
you know,
We're gonna call this bolt a modification. It actually just broke, and then we put some electrical tape on it so you don't cut yourself. The ACOG that cannot be zeroed because it's maxed out an adjustment. What is it you want to know about this particular firearm?
I want to know whether or not you were so preoccupied with if you could, that you didn't stop to think if you should. It's so silly-willy. It's so goofy-woofy. Tack driver. I am Vasily Vicious, defender of Stalingrad.
All right, the last shot, I want you to use the offset dot.
I am a freaking sniper. 300 Germans dead at the Battle of Stalingrad. More ammo.
Oh, yeah. I feel like we're in the scene in Saving Private Ryan. We're in the bell tower right now. The Parker gun!
Blessed be the Lord, my strength. He teaches my hands to war and guides my finger to battle. My shield and my tower. He in whom I trust. Parker, get out!
Okay, so one of the weirdest parts of this gun, and I have everybody do this, I want you to hold it just like you are. I don't want you to really try to control the recoil. Kind of like limp wrist it.
Yeah.
And it will kind of show them what that brake is truly doing to the gun. It's pretty weird. Did you feel it dip?
Yeah.
It goes down.
Yeah, it's a thing. It's one of the Mosins ever.
I'd say Tarkov really kicked it off once the Mosin became that trash rifle that all the nakeds used to run and stuff like that. And then, man, I just kind of found some parts that fit, and I kept going.
Yeah.
I never stopped and slowed down and asked myself if I should. I continued because I could.
Yeah, dude, it's almost in a weird way, it's just such a piece of art because it's so freaking goofy. All right, next gun. All right, next we have what you described as your, or at least one of them, your go-to-war guns.
When you say one of them, I'd say the one. I would.
Yeah.
Some would argue that why did I pick a 10.3? Man, honestly, it's just I had the 10.3 and I went with it. I have other guns that are very purpose-driven, but I have a method to my madness. The biggest thing people are concerned with is range. Now, I have, with the 10.3, this TACOM HQ, which I feel like is a great equalizer, or TACOM, what's it called? TACOM?
Terac Alpha.
Terac Alpha. And if you go to 600 yards, it turns your 10.3 into a TAC driver at 600 yards. Obviously, there's still ballistics that play into it, as in like bullet speed, but I'm rambling. It's a new suppressor.
I got him. I think I got him.
I think I get extra points because I got 2 guaranteed headshots.
Yeah, definitely got the blue helmets. I mean, the targets.
I mean, it's kind of a spare no expense. I don't know where I sacrificed on this build.
Yeah.
And URGI clone upper, LMT lower, EOTech EXPS3, TACOM, Terac, Mod Light, Surefire can. Where did I go wrong?
Well, we had to back up a long time to figure that out, man.
Yeah.
Man, is that satisfying.
Don't you feel like a man?
Is that just not satisfying?
Are you allowed to feel like a man in 2023?
Woo! Next we have the Mad Pig Customs. This bad boy is gonna be in 4570. It's freaking cool. You know, lever guns making a comeback, man. It's really weird. Of course, getting put back on the map by idiot gun tubers such as ourselves now. Congrats on being a gun tuber, you.
You pick a piece of trash, and I pull the trigger. Stand by. Up. How'd we do?
Missed.
We did?
A little too high.
Dang it. Up.
Oh!
Did we get it?
A little too high.
I do hate loading 4570. I have little girl thumbs, and it happens with shotguns. It happens with all these guns. I pinch my little thumb. Every time I bring it out for a video, it is set up entirely different, and this is no exception. So go ahead, take it away.
Well, lever guns, you know, lever guns were the pinnacle of technology for a little bit. When I think of a lever gun, I think of the 1860 Henry repeating arms lever gun that was debuted in 1860, right? So a lot of Civil War soldiers would spend their own money to get that gun and use it to great effect in the Civil War. Now, fast forward.
Can you imagine pulling up to the line and everybody's just like, boom! And then you hear some guy just douche, douche, douche.
Yeah, just moving on him. As a lever gun, it's
not fair.
Good luck. Get ratioed, bozo. But when you have something like this, it's just freaking cool because this gives me some dino hunting vibes. This gives you some movie quality vibe. Like this is a gun that would fit well into a movie because it has soul and it has some good personality.
You like the color?
I love the color. Good job. Hey, good job, Mad Pig. Well, that's all the guns, right?
That is. What'd you think of the just 5 pieces from the arsenal?
You know what? For your collection, you know, you're just starting on your GunTube journey. Congrats, by the way.
man.
It's a very good collection, especially just starting out. It has a collection that is, it's an inventory that has a lot of soul.
Thanks.
It's got a lot of character.
Yeah.
You fit your guns out. You got some good attachments for them. Especially cool because you can also run a camera and you can also run a gun, which is really important. So I'm really proud of you, man. And this is a cool collection, dude. You're freaking crushing it. And thanks for letting me show it off to my audience.
Thanks for coming out.
Micah, where can people find you, man?
I started a YouTube channel. It is just my name, Micah Mayfield. And other than that, catch me on the Grantham YouTube channel.
We're gonna have, so if you don't know, Micah is the videographer and editor for Grantham for now, until he gets fired. And you can catch him. I'm gonna have a link for him in the description down below. You can go check him out. So
You plug me like that? That's crazy.
nuts, dude.
Oh man.
All right, let's boot scoop and boogie. So, hey, if you enjoyed this video, feel free to like and subscribe. Leave a comment in the comment section down below. Your comments are a sacrifice to the algorithm god, the god of the Pacific Northwest. It has shitty gun laws, but fantastic weather. Thank you, Pacific Northwest. If you want to support the channel in any way, shape, or form, Patreon is an excellent way to support the channel. It's Patreon, its own little biome, guys. There's a Discord, its own little bacteria. Guys get in there, they get into arguments, they talk about guns, they act like they can talk about women. Really fun stuff. Merchandise, also an excellent way to support the channel. Okay, now for realsies, we're gonna get out of here. Maybe you can go eat some more ramen.